What's your like vibe on movies now? Like, what's your vibe on like like are the movies that you're into the same movies that they award fucking Academy Awards like at the Oscars and that bullshit? Is that where you're kind of syncing up on? What's the deal?
Sure. So I've put off making this video for quite a while because I honestly have no clue what is happening or what to predict.
I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
This entire award season has literally been conclave, from the politics to the scheming and the trickery. I swear, if Conclave is the last movie standing and wins it all, that would be the funniest and most conclavey outcome possible. But between all the Amelia Perez drama, which I made a video on that you should check out, there's also been all the issues regarding AI with The Brutalist, which I'll be dedicating a whole video to shortly. It's just been a very chaotic year with no real frontrunner like in previous years. And now, just for some context here, these were last year's Best Picture contenders. Okay? You got them? Okay, now this is this year's. Now, okay, I'm not saying that the films this year are bad, not by any stretch, but last year was monumental and had a clear winner with Oppenheimer, right? It's like that was just it was very clear to see that was the front runner and the favorite, both in critical and from audiences. This year, we don't really have that. And at this point, I'm not certain about anything. After anything, like over this past weekend, we saw Honora winning at, I can't remember exactly which award show that was at, but Honora won. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And also, makes me question all the predictions that I made here prior to Honora winning, because now I'm like, okay, maybe that one does have more legs. Maybe it does. So I don't know. At this point, all bets are off. My predictions are so loose and so flimsy here. I really have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm going to do my best to make some predictions here, but also just highlight the ones that I want to win personally, right? And so that's what I'm going to do. So what I put together is a document here where I'm going to go through each of the award nominations that I care about. I haven't included documentary or shorts because shorts I didn't see any of them, and documentaries are for nerds. So we don't do that here. I'm kidding. Documentaries are awesome, but I can't be fucked to watch them. So I'm going to be highlighting for each of the awards what I would love to win and then what I think will win. So starting with Best Picture, we have Honora, The Brutalist, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune, Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Quite the lineup here. Who do I want to win? I go back and forth on this. I'm thinking I want The Brutalist to win. It feels in the vein of Oppenheimer, in the sense of it's just monumental. It just kind of stands out and apart from the other nominees in a way that I feel like should be recognized as Best Picture. My second choices, I could go either one with these, would be Conclave or Dune. Dune for similar reasons as The Brutalist, in that it's just pretty monumental, right? It's like there's a lot about that film that were just unlike anything else. And I'm not a massive Dune head, like I'll be honest, like I saw it once in theaters and IMAX, blew me away, and then I didn't really think about it beyond that. Might be controversial. A lot of people, especially on film Twitter, love to love this movie. And I love that they love to love this movie, but I'm not obsessed with it. So that's kind of why it's not the one I think will win. But then you have Conclave, which again, funniest possible outcome if Conclave wins. I'm actively rooting for Conclave to win because that would just be hilarious. But as we move forward, if the AI stuff with Brutalist really hurt its chances with Academy voters, and Dune probably isn't going to get chosen, Conclave honestly may be the last picture standing to get chosen. And so, if you see that get picked, send somebody to check on me because I may have died from laughter. So, yeah. Now, who do I think will win? As you'll see, my hopes are very low for this year's Oscars. Like, I am not expecting a good outcome. That's why I think a Complete Unknown will win. This is, I won't say worst case scenario for me, but this is a terrible choice, I think. I don't think this should be winning, more so than, let's say, Amelia Perez for sure, and even Wicked, but it by no means should be winning. But I just have a feeling in my gut, I think this is going to be a biopic year. And I hate to say that. We all hate to see that, but I think this is going to be a biopic year. The reason why I say that is because think back to it. Like Bohemian Rhapsody, you know, it won all the awards. It did great. That's been a while. Like, I don't know exactly how long it's been, but that's been a while. And since then we've had Elvis, and Elvis didn't do anything, right? It's like Austin Butler didn't win. They might have won for makeup. I don't remember, but it didn't have the cultural impact that Bohemian Rhapsody did, at least as far as the Oscars were concerned. So my gut is telling me that it's about time that we get another Best Picture winner that is a biopic, especially a musical biopic. And the way that they're pushing it, the way Timmy's out there ripping Milk Duds 12 at a time, chew, 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 suck off the chocolate.
Milk Duds, I rip Milk Duds. I'm talking 12 at a time, chew, 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 suck the chocolate out, soak in the caramel.
All that stuff. Like, I think he's in a position to really take this one home. And so not thrilled about it. I don't think it's the best choice, but I feel it in my bones that this is going to be the one they go with. Second choice, again, Conclave. Just hoping, pun intended, hoping to God that this one gets chosen. I think that'd be hilarious. And then The Brutalist. If The Brutalist can weather the AI issues, I think it's an I don't want to say an obvious choice, but it does make a lot of sense. It's a very Academy movie. It's a very artistic movie. It's a long movie. It's got an intermission, which is cool. You know, it's like there's all these things about it that it has going for it that I think the Academy would like. But then again, the musical biopic sneaks up on you, man. Those Academy voters, they love themselves a musical biopic. So we'll see here. Move on to Best Director, and we have Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Emilia Perez, and The Substance. Who do I want to win here? For this one, I feel really confident. I want the Brutalist to win. I think the direction of that movie, the way that it was shaped like a piece of art and molded from clay almost, or marble, I should say, to fit the theme of the movie. I just think it was the clear standout for me this year. I thought it was just absolutely incredible. This is very clearly the one I want to win. Now, if I had a second choice, I would be thrilled if The Substance wins. Like, that was one of my favorite movies from this past year. I think it was absolutely awesome, and I think it would be a really, really cool choice, and a bit of an unexpected one, honestly, if they go with that. Like, no part of me thinks The Substance will be chosen, but I would be thrilled to be wrong. I think that would be a super cool choice, and a groundbreaking one, honestly, for the Oscars to choose, you know, a horror picture, especially a horror picture in the vein of this one. I think it would be a really cool, very, what's the word? A very forward decision, a very modern decision, which is why I don't think it'll happen, but I think it would be cool. And then next you have Anora. Sean Baker crushed it. I think it's my favorite of his films. I would love to see him walk away with the Best Director for this. I would not be mad about it in the slightest, but I just think it sits in the shadow of The Brutalist a little bit. The Brutalist is just a bigger project. It's just a little bit bigger. Again, I don't have high hopes for the Academy voting this year. I think James Mangold's going to win with A Complete Unknown. Again, not happy about it. You know, hold your tomatoes. I am equally as upset about this as probably many of you are. But I just feel it, man. I think I foresee a tidal wave of Timmy just kind of coming through and sweeping a lot of things. Hopefully I'm wrong. My second guess was going to be Emilia Perez or The Brutalist, but for good reason. Both of these are kind of in question now. Less so The Brutalist. I think it can weather I think it can weather the AI storm with the Academy. I don't think Emilia Perez can weather the storm, just the absolute shitstorm of bad press and horrible tweets and just being probably the most chaotic, controversial Oscar play from a film in recent memory. I don't think Emilia Perez can make it, but so yeah, that's why my bet is A Complete Unknown. I think that's really the one that's going to win, but there's a good chance The Brutalist could as well. Moving on to Best Actor, we have Adrian Brody, Timothée Chalamet, Colman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, and Sebastian Stan. First of all, can we take a minute to just appreciate that Sebastian Stan, for his role in The Apprentice, is up here? That absolutely blindsided me. When I was writing out this document in preparation, I was just starting to add the people I thought would be in here. Never in a million years did I have him on here. It didn't even occur to me to add him on here for this role. So that's just super exciting. I love to see that. He should be getting the appreciation for this role and getting flowers for this role. and I didn't expect him to do that. And so I'm thrilled to see him up here. Very, very well deserved. If we're debating, like, should it be The Apprentice or should it be A Different Man that's up here, I think we could debate for probably an hour on that. I think there's a lot of merit for both of them. Maybe my favorite performance is A Different Man. The one I'm going to go back to more is A Different Man. But what he did with The Apprentice, you know, that's acting, right? Like, that is what this shit is about. Being able to just wear the skin of somebody else in a way that doesn't feel hacky or fake. Like,
this is about the thrill of wearing another man's skin, feeling his innermost wants and desires, and being in control of his every single move. That's how you get off. Now, don't you guys want to get off with me? I don't know. What?
He did the most he was Donald Trump, the most caricature of a man you could possibly be, and it never felt like that. It never felt goofy. Like, instantly, you bought him as Donald Trump, the most controversial, the most polarizing figure in the world, and he was able to just slip right into the character with ease. That's why he's here. And honestly, I would love to see him win. I think that would be super, super cool. But I think a nomination might be all he's going to get here. That's why I don't have him here. If who do I want to win? I would want Adrian Brody. I think in terms of the combination of old school acting with, you know, just everything, like, Adrian Brody brought it, man. He was so good. When we were leaving the theater from seeing this in IMAX, which was an incredible experience, you know, my wife was just saying, like, I could just feel the pain on his face. Like, he didn't have to say anything. And you could just feel the sadness, the hurt, and the pain on Adrian Brody's face. And that is absolutely correct. And so I really want him to win. I think of all the ones, he might be the top for me. Second place would be Coleman Domingo. And these, you honestly ask me tomorrow and I might switch these two. Like, genuinely, like, Sing Sing was the front runner for me for pretty much the most of the year until I saw The Brutalist. I think what Adrian Brody is doing slightly ekes out what Coleman Domingo is doing, but Domingo is so good in Sing Sing. I mean, it's the best performance I've ever seen from him. Certainly won't be the last amazing performance from him, but this one so far, I think, is his magnum opus in terms of his performance. He is so good in this. Gosh, he's just amazing in this. So, I mean, if he wins, I will be jumping off the couch just cheering. I think it would be so cool for him to win for this. And then, you know, the other choice would be The Apprentice. I think Sebastian Stan, while I don't think he trumps either of these performances, I would be thrilled if he won. I would not be mad at it at all, but I just don't see that happening. And then who do I think will win? Again, the doom and gloom train rides on here. I think Timmy is going to be taking it with Complete Unknown. He was great as Bob Dylan. He was really, really good. But again, I'm putting on my chips on biopic this year. I know it. I feel it. I think it's going to happen. And so I'm giving it to Timmy here. Second guesses would be Ralph Fiennes. And I think I saw somewhere on Twitter that he's never won an Oscar, which is crazy to me. Could be totally wrong. I could just be spreading just totally blatantly false facts here. I don't know. I'm not gonna check it. Y'all can check me on that. But either way, I don't think he's won one in a while if he has. And so I think, you know, there's a good chance, you know, he could pull away with an Oscar here. His performance was phenomenal. I mean, he was so good, so nuanced, in the vein of Adrian Brody, of just like, you could just read his face. He did so much with so little. But it's not the best performance of the year, in my opinion. I think Coleman Domingo and Adrian Brody just floor him, you know, by a mile. But he was he was probably the highlight, in addition to just the sets and the editing, one of the highlights of this movie. So definitely, you know, well deserved if he gets it, but I don't think more so than, you know, The Brutalist or Sing Sing. And then my other guess would be The Brutalist. I think Adrian Brody, like, I think this is a good story for him, kind of in the vein of, not totally in the vein of Brendan Fraser, but I think there's a story behind this. There's the level of the performance, the old Hollywood feel to it. I think, yeah, I could see the Academy going for him here. All right, moving on. Best Actress. So we've got Wicked, Emilia Perez, Honora, Substance, and I'm Still Here. I would love for Mikey Madsen to win. Mikey Madison was just incredible. But she was so funny, so quick, so emotional. Just put in a powerhouse of a performance in Anora. I just thought she was fantastic. Second choices would be now I haven't seen this movie yet. I had tickets to go see it, but then I wasn't able to go see it. I've got it set to buy digitally as soon as it's going to come out. So I'm hoping to see this before the Oscars come out. But just from everything I've heard, apparently it's just a revolutionary performance from Torres. So I'm very excited to see this. So I just kind of have it here as a placeholder. Haven't seen it yet, but The Substance would be really, really cool. I thought Demi Moore was great in The Substance. I can't see her winning. Although, as I say that, I mean, she had a lot of steam at previous awards shows, so maybe that will carry over. But I think in light of comparing all the performances here, just what do I think should win? Mikey Madison should win just based on performance. But combine that with the steam it's been picking up at other award shows, I think this is a safe bet, honestly. But in terms of what I think will win, what I think the Academy will go with, I think they'll go with Torres. I think, again, I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to it, but just seeing the press around it, the buzz around it, the hype around it, it really seems to be there. And so I don't know. I can't fully explain it, but I just have a feeling that will probably be it. Second guesses would be The Substance or Wicked. Again, Demi Moore also has the movement and the kind of got some steam behind her Oscar run here. She's already won some awards. Seeing Wicked win, some big awards not long ago. I don't know. I think either of these could have a good chance of winning. So we'll see. And then moving on, Best Supporting Actor. We got the guy from Anora, Real Pain, A Complete Unknown, The Brutalist, The Apprentice. This is a hopeful pick. I would love for, I'm going to butcher his name, I'm so sorry, Yura Borisov. That one is bad, as I thought it was going to be. Yura, he was so good in that movie. I mean, in the vein of Adrian Brody, of just saying a lot with your face without saying a lot, he communicated such feeling, humor, sadness. He was just phenomenal. He was absolutely a standout of the movie. Gosh, he was so good at that. So if I could pick anybody to win, it would be him. Second choices would be Guy Pearce in The Brutalist. I thought he was menacing and terrifying and amazing. And in a similar vein, Jeremy Strong with The Apprentice. I think he just sunk into that role in a way that's not many people do. And I think he really, really should be recognized for that. But if I had to pick, I'm going to Nora. Now, who do I think will win? I think Guy Pearce will be the front runner here. Again, just based on the traction we've been seeing, but based on the style of his performance, I feel very strongly that is going to be the front runner there. Second guesses would be A Real Pain with Kieran Culkin. I think, again, that the awards that he's already been picking up, the nonchalant way he's been kind of going through the press tour and has just been gaining hype for this movie. I think if this movie's going to win anything, it might be this one. Potentially screenplay, but I think there's a good chance he could win here. And then Jeremy Strong as well. Jeremy Strong was so strong in this movie. I think the Academy could recognize it, but we'll see. Who remains to be seen. Then we got Best Supporting Actress. We got Monica Barbero, Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Isabella Rossellini, and Zoe Saldana. Who do I want to win? I put Isabella Rossellini here, but I don't think that is what I meant to put down here. I think that's actually incorrect. I love Isabella Rossellini. She's amazing. I don't think this was her best performance. I don't think she was given a lot to chew on. Again, time at the function versus impact of your time at the function. She absolutely had a big impact, right? It's like she came in like a truck. Her few moments in the end there were really, really good, really, really powerful. But I don't think it's Oscar worthy. I don't think. I'm going to say something controversial here. I think Felicity Jones should win. I think Felicity Jones was really, really good in The Brutalist. In fact, I'm going to change it right now. In real time, I'm changing it. Here we go. I think, There we go. I think she was really, really good. I saw a lot of people just like saying that they didn't enjoy what she did. They didn't like how she, what she was doing. They thought it just wasn't very good. I just hard disagree. I thought she was the perfect foil to Adrian Brody. She was the perfect foundation, the solid rock. I just thought they were just electric on screen together. I thought she did fantastic. She was one of the highlights of the movie for me, which I don't think a lot of people share that feeling, but I thought so. So if I want anyone to win, it would be her. I'm not even going to add a second choice. I think she would be great. Who do I think will win? Again, the doom and gloom train reigns on. Monica Barbero. Again, she was great. She's not saying she was bad in the movie. She was really, really good. But I don't think she's better than Felicity Jones. But I wouldn't be mad at it. I think it'd be good. I do think Conclave does have a chance of winning with Rossellini. I think kind of similar to Ralph Fiennes. I don't think she's won an Oscar. She's been around for a little while. I think this could be a good time, a good story for her to win this one. So I think there's a good chance for that. Honestly, as I'm talking, I'm convincing myself that it should be the one. So I'm going to actually switch these two here. Whoa. All right, well, you get the idea. I'm just going to switch this here. Boom. There we go. All right, locking it in. There we go. All right, best original screenplay. All right, we're just going to kind of breeze through these last few here because this is already 20 minutes long. It's just freaking insane. I don't need this video. It does not need to be 20 minutes long. All right, best original screenplay. We got Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, Why, and then The Substance. I would love for Honora to win. Amazing screenplay, amazing script. It played out like a screwball comedy at times. The way the dialogue and the humor, it was the funniest thing I probably saw all year, apart from Hundreds of Beavers. And I think it should absolutely get recognition for best original screenplay. Second choice would be Substance or The Brutalist, but honestly, there's a big gap between these two. I think Honora clears it. Who do I think will win? I think the Academy, again, is going to be on some shit this year, and they're probably going to choose September 5th, which is a movie that none of us have seen. I plan to see it just because I feel like I have to, but zero excitement for me going into it, and I think that's exactly why the Academy will choose it. So that's my guess. Second guess would be Honora, just because I think it's the clear winner here. I think it really is the winner, and with the steam it's been picking up, I think it could do well. Best adapted screenplay. I would love Conclave to win. I really believe that script is really tight. I think it's really efficient. Now, I think the editing plays a bigger role than that, but I think that the script for this is really, really powerful. It's really, really good, and it packs a punch. It's a movie about choosing the next pope, yet it plays out like a fast-paced thriller. And again, a big chunk of that is editing, but I think a big chunk of it is also the script and the dialogue and all of that stuff. So I think that's a real front runner for me. Second choice would be Sing Sing. I think Sing Sing was just perfect in every conceivable way. I think it was absolutely incredible. Again, if Sing Sing wins anything, you're going to hear me shouting from my apartment. I'm going to be so excited. I just think Conclave may eke it out. I don't know. Again, ask me tomorrow. I might switch these around. Who do I think will win? I think Conclave. I do think Conclave will win. With Sing Sing as a close second. Again, I could see either of these going for it, but my guess right now for both who I want to win and who I think will win is Conclave. Best editing, Conclave. Like I was just saying, the editing in that movie elevated it from something good to something great. And that's really kind of what I'm looking for. I was like, okay, what gives it the edge? The editing gives Conclave the edge. Same thing would be true with The Brutalist. Like, The Brutalist is a 3.5 hour movie that feels like 2 hours, right? It's like, thank you to the editing for that process, right? But I think in terms of what has the biggest impact, I think the editing in Conclave definitely has that. And I also think it will win for that as well. I could see The Brutalist taking it away, but I think Conclave will be the likely choice there. Best cinematography. All right, so we got The Brutalist, we got Dune, we got Emilia Perez, we got Maria. Love to see that. And we got Nosferatu. So I just watched Maria the other night. What a film, man. That film was awesome. Angelina Jolie was so good in that movie. The fact that she's not in Best Actress category is an absolute highway robbery. Like, that is crazy that she's not included in that. She was so good. Maybe one of my favorite performances of the year. Truly. I mean, just the fact of the matter, like, Angelina Jolie is probably the most recognizable and one of the most beautiful people in existence. yet she totally disappears into the role. That is a feat that is really hard to reach, right? She was able to do that and just crush it. And it kills me that she's not getting the recognition that she deserves here. But I'm glad to at least see it here, right? Who do I want to win? I think I got to go Dune Part 2 here. Again, I'm not an absolute Dune head. But I think the cinematography from Greg Fraser is it's just nuts, man. It's on another level. And I think it should absolutely be recognized. You know, second only to like Nosferatu, I could see people really making a case for that, of like just how good it looks and how beautiful it looks. And I agree. But I guess in my mind, I'm going for a more modern approach of like, okay, Nosferatu kind of revives older techniques, whereas Dune 2 is just kind of propelling into the future of like what's possible. So I think I'm leaning Dune 2 there. The Brutalist is also amazing, you know, in cinematography, but I think it's going to be Dune or Nosferatu. Who do I think will win? Brutalist, probably. I don't think Dune will win or Nosferatu. I don't know. I just don't have faith in the Academy to choose either of those. I think they'll probably go with a safer bet like The Brutalist, which, fair enough, looked amazing, but I think that's what they'll do. Second guess would be Maria, just because, you know, they often will choose things that you're like, what? Really? And again, I thought the cinematography with Maria was amazing, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, best costume design. We got Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2. Where are my Gladiator 2 heads at? Ridley Scott's film is here. We got Nosferatu and then Wicked. Who do I want to win? I will throw a bone to A Complete Unknown. I think the costumes were really, really good in this, and I think it should win. This is probably the only award I think this movie should win, but I think it definitely deserves it. Second choice would be Conclave. Again, they're all just wearing their little robes and gowns, but they looked amazing. I think I would love to see that. And I would probably say the same thing here for what I think will win. I think Complete Unknown will take this one, with the second guess being Conclave. Best production design. This one I absolutely wanted to go to Conclave. The fact that they built like major portions of the Vatican and it looked stunning. That is really strongly in part due to the production design. Second guess would be The Brutalist. Again, the production design in that was outstanding, but Conclave was just on another level. And talk of immersion and all of that stuff. That's why I think that's what I want to win, and that's what I think will win. I think Conclave just clears any of the other movies from this year. All right, moving along here. Best makeup and hairstyle. I would like to see The Substance. And now I have both The Substance and A Different Man here. Both kind of, you know, in a similar body horror type vein. But The Substance really, really does a lot. A Different Man, there was not a lot of makeup in it. It was kind of just one piece, you know, with his face. That was the only thing they were doing. With The Substance, there was so much more done. That's why I would really love that one to win. I think it really deserves to win. Who do I think will win best makeup and hairstyle? I think it'll be Wicked, and I'm not really thrilled about that, but that's just, I have a feeling that's probably what it will be. Second guess would be Amelia Perez. We'll see. You know, I think that one could eke out a win there, but we'll see. Best original score. I would love to see The Brutalist win. I thought The Brutalist just absolutely crushed it. Yeah, the music was just not on the level of something like Oppenheimer, but in that vein of just really adding the tension, adding the scope. It just fortified the feelings that, you know, the director is wanting you to feel. Second choice, I really don't have one. I don't remember the score from Conclave, but I remember it being good. I remember it really bolstering the feelings and the emotions and all that stuff. So I'm putting Conclave here, but not strongly, right? I don't feel strongly either way there, but who I think will win? Mirrors. I think The Brutalist will take this one, with Conclave as a close second. Best original song. I haven't heard most of these. Who do I want to win? Sing Sing, because that's really one of the only ones I know here. Well, I know both the Amelia Perez ones. Who do I think will win? Obviously, Amelia Perez. I think they got two of them on the board here. It's going to be one of Amelia Perez. I think El Ma will probably win, and then Mi Camino maybe as a second guess here. I don't know. I want Sing Sing, but it'll probably be Amelia Perez. Moving on to Best Animated Feature. So I still need to see The Wild Robot and Inside Out 2. I plan to see both of these before the Oscars. Who do I want to win? I want Memoir of a Snail to win. I'm still wiping tears away after watching that film, and it's been like weeks. That film is an absolute gut punch. It's gorgeous. The animation is just astounding. The level of detail, it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. But the same can be said about Flow. Flow was such a fantastic film. The animation style was so simple but immersive. It was just incredible. I wouldn't be mad with either one of these. I think both of these are on another level entirely, which pains me to say. I think The Wild Robot might take it. Again, I have Flow here because there is a good chance that Flow could win here. But I don't have faith in the Academy this year. I really think they're going to do some dumb shit and probably pick something like The Wild Robot. Again, I haven't seen The Wild Robot. Maybe it's amazing. I don't want to judge yet. I will watch it and we'll see. But I just can't imagine something being better than Flow or Memoir. I really can't. Boston Gromit was great, but not even on the level of these other films. So we'll see. I think Wild Robot's going to take it probably, but I'd love to see Memoir or Flow run away with it. Best International Feature. We've got I'm Still Here, The Girl with the Needle. Love. That film is amazing. Amelia Perez. Don't love. The Seed of the Sacred Fig, to be watched. And then we have Flow. Yay. It's nice to see a little animated feature here. I would love The Girl with the Needle to win. If you have not seen this movie, run to go see it. It was unlike anything I've seen, certainly all year and really in the last few years. It was so creative, visually stunning, and a gut-wrenching story. I cannot recommend it highly enough. No one's talking about this film, but you have to see it. Go watch it. It was really, really good. Second choices would be I'm Still Here. Again, haven't seen it, but just kind of going off of the buzz and all the traction that the movie's getting. Or Flow. I would love to see that as well, but I would really like I'm Still Here to take it. Even though I haven't seen it, I've got a good feeling about it. Who I think will win? I think the one thing that Amelia Perez is still poised to win is the Best International Feature. I'm Still Here could take it, but I still really think Amelia Perez can pull it off. I don't think it has the steam anymore to win something bigger, but I think if it's going to win anything, I think it could win this. All right, getting near the end here. Best visual effects. We got Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. I would love Dune Part 2 to win. I think that just makes the most sense. I think it's the clear front runner and best choice. I don't really have an opinion on either of these. I haven't seen either of these. Better Man is on my short list to watch. I do plan to watch it before the end of the year or into the Oscar season. But the only one I really want to win is Dune, and that's the only one I really think will win. I think it has the best position to take the dub, as the kids say. All right, final one here. I think it's the final one. Yes, it's the final one. Best sound. We've got A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot rearing its head again. I would love Dune Part 2 to win here. I think the sound design is, along with the visuals, is one of the biggest parts of the film. You know, seeing it in IMAX and just hearing the boom and just everything. It was just magnificent. I don't think there's anything really close to pick. Second choice would maybe be A Complete Unknown. Again, I thought the sound design was really, really good in this film. I thought the concert was clear, but it also had a realistic sound to it. I thought it was great. So I could see it being either one of these. This might be interchangeable. I might be sad with the last one here and say A Complete Unknown will probably take it. But I'm gonna keep it like this. I think Dune Part 2 might eke it out. I hope that's the case. I think it would really, really deserve it. But yeah, we'll see. All right, we made it through in 34 some odd minutes, no less. Took a little bit longer than I intended. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Those are my thoughts. I will probably change them every single day up until the Oscars, which is the amount of just nonsense that is going on. But let me know your picks in the comments below. Let me know who you want to win, but also who you think will win. Are we gonna have a runaway like last year with Oppenheimer? Is there gonna be one film that just takes it all? Is The Brutalist gonna do that? Is Anora gonna do that? Like, what are we gonna see? Do you think it's gonna be a blowout, or do you think each film is going to win, certain categories, and we might have a more of a melting pot of winners? I think that would be cool. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of one film ruling all of them and just winning all the awards. I would love to see, each film winning, an A award as opposed to all the awards. So I think that would be cool, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know them in the comments below. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, y'all.